in track and field. What do you guys think about the absence of Elaine Thompson? How do you feel about Shelly-Ann Fraser not being able to give us something? How do you feel about the 100-meter field for women? We haven't gotten a good gauge right now. We haven't gotten a good gauge overall. We have seen where Sha'Carri Richardson, she's very confident, but the competition that she usually run against is not really there at the moment. Shelly-Ann Fraser Price is out, had been out. Will she be out? Will she continue to be out? Elaine Thompson Herah, she had been out. She hasn't started the season as yet. Is she in running shape? Talou is like she's the 4th place queen. Will she get that chance to step into the 3rd, 2nd, or 1st place? There are lots of opportunities here. Welcome back to Write the Narrative, where it's okay to be curious. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future video uploads and drop a comment. Let's take a little detour over to the track and field world side of things. In the 100-meter women in 2023, we haven't gotten a good read on where the athletes are at the moment. There are several reasons for this. We saw where Shelly-Ann Fraser Price, who was the fastest woman over the 100-meter in 2022, she was scheduled to run in 2 Diamond League gold races where she had to pull out because of injury concerns. Is this a strategy, or is it that she's just trying to make sure that she's in tip-top shape, not aggravating anything before the World Championship in Budapest and also the Olympics in 2024? Elaine Thompson Herah, we haven't seen her yet in 2023 in the 100 meters. We saw where she also was scheduled to run and pulled out last minute. Is this also strategy? Sha'Carri Richardson is the fastest woman in the 100 meter in 2023, and her dominance is obvious. It's very clear. Marie-Josée Talou, she's right there with her. She's right there with her at the moment. She's literally the favorite in any race that she's in right now, even with Sha'Carri. But Sha'Carri is running so well that it's like a toss-up. The world leading time in 2023 is 10.76. Sha'Carri Richardson 10.78. The second best time in Marie-Josée Talou. And Shericka Jackson, her best time is 10.82. Julian Alfred 10.83. Alia Hobbs 10.86. Tamari Davis 10.89. And at number 7 we have Alana Reid. So we have 2 Jamaicans in the top 7 there. And we have 3 American, Ivory Coast 1, and we have St. Lucia 1. My reason for reading out this is because at the LA Grand Prix, we had a lineup which was a world-class lineup. Might have been the best lineup for 2023 and would have been and could have been the most competitive race in 2023. And this is why I'm asking about the big athletes being strategic. Sha'Carri Richardson, she lined up in a race. She ran a really good race. She won that race. Talou, she lined up in a race. She had a really good race. She also won that race. She had the fastest time on the day. And the young Alana Reid, who signaled a lot of threat to the big names, was also in that event. In the finals, Sha'Carri Richardson didn't show up. Talou did not show up. And Alia Hobbs did not show up. Those are 3 of the top athletes who would have probably run 1, 2, and 3 in that race. Did not show up. But Alana Reid was also in that race. She was the fastest woman at the earlier part of the year. The first junior out of Jamaica to go sub 11. Her time is 10. The best time is 10.92. And she has been progressing nicely over the months. Do you think that the athletes are trying to stay away from real competition, not forcing themselves to aggravate their body in the worst way? What do you think is happening with Elaine Thompson Herah, for example? My feeling is that she's in a good spot mentally, physically. She's just getting her body refreshed, revived. Because, you know, sometimes it's important just to get all the toxins out, that's the stress out. Get the opportunity to be missed and be appreciated, your absence appreciated. Could that be the reason why we're not seeing Elaine Thompson Herah, or could it be something else? From what we're seeing with Shelly-Ann Fraser Price, it could be a little bit more than that. She obviously had some injury concerns. She was ready to go in Kenya and it did not work out. That Kino Classics, I could see that she was ready to go. She was coming off some good energies and it just turned out that she wasn't able to participate. She definitely is not shying away. She have that mentality where she wants to go to the Olympics in 2024 and win. Do you think that she wants to just keep her body in the best possible shape? Because I'm sure that if she's not competing, she's training, and based on her training, you could see that she's training at the highest level, running up hills, running against even faster competitors. You know, you would ask, who is faster than Shelly-Ann Fraser for her to be running against? She's running against men. There are lots of guys who are just much faster, you know, even junior athletes. So she's training at very high levels, and we're seeing the fruit of that training. In the 100 meter men, we have Akeem Blake. Akeem Blake, I would want to say that he might have had a very disappointing season, but it worked out in his favor for various reasons. At the moment, Ferdinand Omanyala is the fastest man over the 100 meter in 2023, with Fred Curley running, I think, 100 meter race, and he is the second fastest over the 100 meter in 2023. Akeem Blake, after many tries, he registered his fastest time in the LA Invitational, where he took down Christian Coleman and got a win and his fastest time. But over the months, over the weeks, he was registering some really quick times, but they were just win assisted. It was not legal. It did not get registered. So finally he's registered and he's at number 3. Omanyala is the fastest right now in the 100 meter, and he seems to be the most confident, very confident. Maybe he's not even the most confident, but he talks the biggest game. Fred Curley is also really confident. He's the world champion from 2022, and this season we haven't seen a lot of running from Fred Curley, but he seems like a very challenging player, athlete to beat. It won't be easy to beat him. Last week you found that at the Bermuda Invitationals, Christian Coleman took down Akeem Blake, and then this week Akeem Blake took down Christian Coleman. But when we look at the best times of 2023, Akeem Blake is at number 3 and Christian Coleman is tied at number 4 with Simbini and Carvant Charleston. Oblique Seville is Jamaica's probably best athlete at the moment in theory, and he's at number 9. He's at number 9, tied at number 9 with 9.95. Oblique Seville still have a personal best that is better than Akeem Blake. Do you think that Jamaican athletes are getting a feel for a resurgence? You feel like we have athletes that are getting their foot in and getting that feel like they could win, they could run for a title at the World Championship? I like Akeem Blake, what I'm seeing with Akeem Blake. He's been steadily progressing. He's been running that fast time, and he's running a steady fast time. He's running against good athletes, and he's winning against good athletes. And even if he's not winning the race, he's still getting ahead of good athletes. This signals a lot of good things for Akeem Blake. The matchup between Akeem Blake and Oblique Seville will be a very good one going forward. Racers Track Club and the Titans Track Club. Akeem Blake being trained by some of the best athletes to ever grace the track, and Oblique Seville to be trained by arguably one of the greatest coach to ever do it. Good times ahead for Jamaica. Good times ahead in track and field. What do you guys think about the absence of Elaine Thompson? How do you feel about Shelly-Ann Fraser not being able to give us something? How do you feel about the 100 meter field for women? We haven't gotten a good gauge right now. We haven't gotten a good gauge overall. We have seen where Sha'Carri Richardson, she's very confident, but the competition that she usually run against is not really there at the moment. Shelly-Ann Fraser Price is out, had been out. Will she be out? Will she continue to be out? Elaine Thompson Herah, she had been out. She hasn't started the season as yet. Is she in running shape? Talou is like, she is the 4th place queen. Will she get that chance to step into the third, 2nd or 1st place? There are lots of opportunities here. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. Give me an idea that I have missed in this one. How do you feel about Noah Lyles? How do you feel about Leslie Tobigo? There are so many great athletes that will be gracing the field, gracing the pitch in 2023. And the season, as long as it is, still really haven't started yet because we haven't seen the best athletes out there. Drop a comment down below, rewrite the narrative, like, share, subscribe.